From poverty to power, the making of a demagogue. David Curtis Stephenson, a man born into the humblest of beginnings in Texas in 1891, would rise to astonishing heights of power and influence, only to fall further than anyone could have imagined. His early life was marked by poverty and hardship. Stephenson yearned for more, dreaming of a world where he commanded respect and held sway over others. Driven by this ambition, Stephenson migrated north, eventually landing in Indiana. He was a charismatic speaker, able to captivate audiences with his fiery rhetoric and promises of a return to a simpler time. This talent for persuasion, coupled with a keen understanding of the fears and prejudices of the era, would become the foundation upon which he built his empire of hate. Stephenson's hunger for power drew him to the burgeoning Ku Klux Klan. The Klan, with its message of white supremacy and Protestant dominance, offered a platform for his ambitions. Stephenson saw an opportunity to exploit the organization's growing ranks, using their prejudices and fears to fuel his own ascent. A grand dragon rises Stephenson's ascent in the Klan. The Ku Klux Klan of the 1920s was a far cry from its Reconstruction-era origins. It had transformed into a powerful force in American society, boasting millions of members nationwide. The Klan preyed on anxieties about immigration, urbanization, and social change, skillfully weaving a narrative of white Protestant victimhood. Stephenson, with his charisma and organizational skills, quickly rose through the ranks of the Klan. He understood the power of spectacle and propaganda, using public rallies, cross burnings, and carefully crafted messages to instill fear and obedience. He became the Grand Dragon of Indiana, the highest-ranking position in the state, and soon his influence extended far beyond the borders of the Hoosier state. Under Stephenson's leadership, the Indiana Klan amassed immense power. They infiltrated every level of government, from local sheriffs to state representatives. Businesses were coerced into hiring Klan members, and those who dared to oppose them faced intimidation and violence. Stephenson became known as the Old Man, a title that reflected his absolute authority within the organization. He had achieved the power he craved, but it was a power built on fear, bigotry, and corruption. The Invisible Empire, Stephenson's grip on Indiana. Indiana under Stephenson's reign resembled less a state and more a kingdom ruled by a shadowy despot. Politicians owed their careers to his support, often won through intimidation and election rigging. Judges received threats, their rulings influenced by the specter of Klan retribution. Ordinary citizens lived in fear, knowing that dissent could be met with swift and brutal consequences. Stephenson reveled in his power, amassing a fortune through bribes, kickbacks, and outright theft. He surrounded himself with luxury, building a lavish mansion complete with a private airfield and a stable of thoroughbred horses. His image adorned billboards and newspapers. His name whispered with a mixture of fear and reverence. Yet beneath the veneer of respectability, Stephenson's true nature seethed. He was a man of violence and depravity, prone to fits of rage and fueled by alcohol and a sense of untouchability. His inner circle, composed of sycophants and opportunists, enabled his worst impulses, assuring him of his invincibility. However, the reign of the Old Man was about to come crashing down, undone by his own depravity and the courage of a young woman who dared to defy him.